Today is the 1st of May 2026, and that marks exactly 2 months since I dropped out of university. I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I think at first even I wasn't sure why I did it, but now that I had some time to think about it and to realize everything that was wrong with me while I was studying, I think I'm finally ready to make this video. I'm making this video mainly for myself, but I think also for people that are feeling the same, to kind of encourage you and make you realize that the world is not gonna end if you just decide to live a different life. But let's start from the beginning. Unfortunately, you are witnessing the exact point where my microphone stopped working and I did not realize for another 40 minutes of filming. So, what are we gonna do with that? Thankfully, I did make some notes for that video and I do have them here. I will read them to you in a bit. First, I think we do need some explanation though. This was filmed after I dropped out of university and I spontaneously decided to move to Porto. I was in Porto on Erasmus and I just felt like I need some kind of a reset in my life. At the time, Porto did just feel like the best opportunity for what I needed. So I looked up some flats, I packed my bag, jumped on a plane, and moved to Portugal. It was kind of a rush decision, but I also had the advantage of already living in Porto before. My friend also was there for her internship, so I knew if anything goes wrong, I have a place to stay, so I wasn't really stressed. Don't really take me as a brave person. I don't think I would do it if I didn't have a safety net there in the form of my friend, and I also don't think I would be mentally in a state to move to a completely new country after all of those changes. But thankfully, I did have the experience and I did have the option to do so I did it. And honestly, after the giant change that happened in my life, quitting uni and not really knowing what to do with my life, I think moving out of the stereotype of your day-to-day life is a really good decision. Now, let's just read the notes that I have from Portugal. It was 3 months ago. I dropped out of uni and I decided I want to move to Porto. I thought it would change something, but it changed nothing. I still have no clue what I want to do with my life. I am 23. I don't want to study. I work remotely and I'm happy single. So there is nothing keeping me home and I'm completely free to do whatever I want. And that is freaking scary. I know, I am super privileged to be in this position, and a lot of people would love to live like me. But honestly, right now, I am a bit lost. I don't think there's a lot of people that actually love to study, but being a student does give you some benefits that are undeniably nice. You don't have to think about so many adult things. And when you get lost in time, it is kinda nice to just have a set schedule prepared for you. So now, after 17 years in the educational system, I am free. I am free and I don't know what to do about it. Right now, my life is one big endless opportunity. I just have to choose my path. I'm in beautiful Porto, my dream city, and I do feel happy, but something is missing. When I'm at home, I miss exploring the world, but when I am in the world exploring, I do miss my home. As always, the first month after I moved was hard, and you can't really feel fully happy, I would say. I am not fully a traveler, but I'm also not a local. I want to make new friends, but I also know after 3 months I'm just gonna have to say goodbye again. It's just the classic Erasmus syndrome. Even though I'm not on Erasmus right now, the circumstances are identical. The only thing that's different is the fact that I don't have to go to school, which unfortunately sometimes makes me feel even worse. Because when you're on Erasmus, there is somehow a point in time where you have to meet new people. You have to go to school every day and you are forced to make new connections, even if you don't really feel like it. But when you work remotely and you're not really forced to go out, you have to really consciously make yourself go make new friends. Because me personally, if I don't feel good, I'm just gonna drown in it, and I would be capable of spending the whole week closed in my room without talking to anyone. And let's be honest, that's not really the point of this experience. So these notes were like, I think 1 or 1.5 months into living in Porto, and I do have an update that I wrote for myself. So I'm gonna read you that too. I think this one was written like a month after that, maybe 3 weeks. I'm not sure honestly, but let's listen to it. Hi, this is Daria from a few weeks later. I must say, a lot has changed. I have been thinking a lot, and this is going to sound stupid, but it did really take me 2 years to realize I just need one thing to be happy in my life, and that is to treat my everyday life like Erasmus. I got so stuck on the fact Erasmus is over that I never actually realized it's just the point of your own perspective. On my Erasmus, I would just go grab a beer with my friends after school. Why don't I do that after work? On the weekends, I would make trips to close by cities or I would just leave the country. What is stopping me from doing that at home? It took me 2 years to realize this simple truth. With the ending of your Erasmus, the fun doesn't have to end. It can be a beginning of a completely new adventure. And it is completely and only up to you to decide how long it's gonna last. For 2 long years, I was trapped in the sadness, thinking the happiest era of my life is over, and failing to realize that the fact I have a new view on life doesn't necessarily have to trap me. It can actually set me free. Set me free to not be scared to explore the world. Set me free because I'm not scared to leave my home, but also because I'm not scared to come back anymore. My home is my home, and it shouldn't feel like a trap. The only person that was making it feel like a trap was me. This was a lot of information, even for me. And honestly, I'm still trying to listen to my own advice. So I can't be sure. Maybe I'm gonna have a completely different view on it in a year, in 2 years. Maybe not. But with this, I will finish my 3-month check-in after I dropped out of university. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and please don't forget to subscribe because it really does help. Have an amazing day and see you in the next video.